Welcome back to another YouTube Tuesday. My name is Derek, and today we're going to be going over another channel that has been recommended by a few of you guys. And this is a channel that I've watched over the years, and that channel is TheCod3r. Coder with a 3 instead of an E. Let's get into the video. TheCod3r has 111,000 subscribers, has uploaded 922 videos so far, and has been uploading videos for 10 years. And I believe that the name TheCod3r comes from his original videos where he did tutorials showing how to code 10 years ago. And about 4 to 5 years ago started posting content on how to repair consoles, which has led him to stream on things like Twitch, which he kind of doubles up and does not only the Twitch stream, but also on YouTube. He's able to take that content and edit it down. Sometimes he makes content just solely for YouTube, but a lot of the time he's streaming while he's doing these repairs. He's quite the character, and some of you might find it difficult to understand him sometimes because he is from the UK and has quite a heavy accent. He likes to post everything he films, regardless of whether or not it's successful or not. Let's jump into one of his videos. This video is titled, "You Might Break Your Console Too, Xbox Series X, Technician Damage Repair."
I was trying to fix an issue for a friend who says it keeps shutting down as soon as a game starts. Pulled the connector out on the next to the fan connector, so that's going to be the Nexus connector. And not sure if I was to blame for it coming apart or if it was previously done by the owner, but I'll take responsibility for it and hopefully you can sort it out so that it will now turn on. The issue with it shutting down can be up to them to sort out. Cheers, Phil. Spoke on the phone to you about it, mate. Replacement connector for it. Okay, so it is going to be fairly straightforward. It's a Nexus connector replacement. They break quite often, unfortunately. So if we try and turn this on now, it won't turn on because there's no connector for the power button. So Nexus is just a code name for the connector that Microsoft uses for them. So it should be relatively straightforward, hopefully, as long as there's no damaged traces. This video probably still would have been here without today's sponsor, but hey, it's time to show something, right? So here goes. Here at TheCod3r Console Fix, your friendly money grabbing YouTuber. So all I want doing on this is the Nexus connector itself. So, I mean, fair play. This is basically, you know, like obviously no offence to the customer, but this is basically going to be one of those, oh, I can fix that sort of thing, or I could try and fix that. And then, you know, he's obviously tried to do it for a mate and ended up screwing up and breaking the connector, which, you know, you can't really say much when it comes to, you know, the fact that he's taking responsibility for it. Yeah, okay, so you can see it's broken there. So what a lot of people do with these is they'll just try and put it out like that, and that's not how it's meant to be done. It's meant to be done by basically pressing down on the connector. There's a little catch just there. You can't really see, but I'll show you up close in a minute.
It's one of those connectors where you actually have to compress it down in order to have it release. It's kind of awkward because it's kind of wedged down in there, but it's not too complicated. Just any type of tool, like a little spudger on top of it, giving it a little pressure will allow you to pop it out. I totally get what he's saying with the wanting to fix everything that's wrong with it. I guess if the client's saying, hey, only fix this issue, I know of another one, but I think I can tackle it, I guess, yeah, leave it up to them. But I mean, it's going to be their responsibility to see if they can actually fix it instead of and potentially waste their money on paying for this type of repair if they can't. But yeah, let's see what the damage looks like.
There's a little catch there. You meant to press on that, and that releases the pressure on the ribbon and allows it to come out. So yeah, unfortunately that got broke, but you can't really say much in terms of, you know, the customer breaking it, because obviously he's not a professional and he's taking responsibility for it, and, you know, he's going to pay me to repair that and then just basically send it back to his mate, I think. So yeah, it is what it is. This is something we see quite often. I do sell the Nexus connectors on the store, by the way, if anyone does need them. Brand spanking new. I'll probably take one from a donor board because I haven't brought the Nexus connectors out of the old workshop and it's pitch black in there, so I'll probably just end up taking the Nexus connector off a donor board just to simplify things. But I have got some brand new ones in the old workshop, which I sell on the online store. I will service this, I will clean it, and it might not shut down in games. It might solve 2 problems with 1 stone. Yeah, everyone bags a connector. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, at least the guy's taking responsibility for it. And that's what I always say. Like we all make mistakes. We all mess up from time to time. I mean, how many times I've messed up on streams and stuff. Ugh. What the hell is that? The amount of times I've messed up live on stream, you know, it happens, right? It's not like we don't mess up, because we do. The main thing is taking responsibility.
You can tell
putting it right, and that's what this guy's doing. So I really can't say anything about that. I really can't argue with that. There we are. Yeah, so that's mangled that connector pretty bad. That's fine. We wouldn't try and repair the connector anyway. To just try and we'd just replace it. So yeah, that's neither here nor there how badly it's damaged. So the way I do these, the easiest way to do them is just to have it hanging over the edge of the desk like that. And then I can heat up from underneath the board with the hot air. So let me just grab a pair of tweezers. Tell you what, I'll grab a new pair from consolefix.shop.
It looks like the pins there have kind of just popped loose. And the connector's quite mangled, but it looks like the pads are intact, which is a good thing. It's probably a tool slip of some kind that stabbed into that area, splitting the pins. And the way he's going to desolder and salvage one from a board is the same technique you'd use to remove really any component, or at least this is how I do every single connector, whether it's an HDMI, one of the USB-C, the Ethernet, whatever it is on these boards. You heat it from below. That way you can distribute the heat properly. You won't pull any pads, and you don't melt any of the plastics that would melt under the temperature that you need to get it to otherwise. So indirect heat up the entire board. That's definitely the way to go. Let's watch and see if my presumption is correct that the pads are still intact and you won't have to rework any of them.
From consolefix.shop. Easton the Beast. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for the support. Alright, so my hot air is set at 440 degrees Celsius at 40% airflow. Not sure what's going on there. Someone tried to glue this. I think they might have done. But obviously that's never going to work when the connector pins are broken. I sell both, all of these connectors on the store, by the way, for the Safe Bridge board. That is actually burning my eyes, so yes, someone has tried to glue that. Ah, that is stinging.
Must have been super glue.
Definitely glue on that board.
The chemicals.
Okay. Yeah, I felt that. That was burning my eyes. Yeah, so that's one thing you've got to be careful of with these. If people are trying to glue them when you're using hot air on them.
Looks like he's tinning everything with probably a leaded solder.
Okay, so there's some fresh solder. Right, again, same scenario. It's going to be 440 degrees Celsius at 40% airflow for this.
440. That's what he
Not
likes.
difficult to remove. But then I'm going to bring the board I'm working on back into play. I'll drop this in line. I'm not going to get it to line up fully because of the fluffy solder balls on the ground pad. That's fine, that's whatever. It'll line up as the solder flows. It's just literally just do what I've just done, but in reverse now. Well, there we go. That is job done. It really don't take much. I'm just going to grab some IPA. Whoops, just knocked the board, never mind. Just grab a bit of IPA, give it a clean.
I like the way that he takes the time to kind of walk through what he's doing. So one of the things you'll notice with his videos is he tries to explain in each step what he's doing, what he's using, the temperatures that he's using. He definitely tries to put all of the information that he can out there to kind of help you if you're going to try to attempt these type of repairs. Most of his videos are pretty long. This one looks like it's a shorter video, 13 minutes or so. Probably going to end up just being, apart from the fact that the client said, please only replace that connector. This video is probably shorter than his average video because he's only doing what the customer asked, which is just replace that one connector. I'm sure it would have been a longer video if he were to try to diagnose and fix the issue that the other issue that this has, that the customer noted but said don't worry about. So let's see if anything else. Let's see if he does anything else in the video.
So I've just got IPA on the toothbrush here. It's the same with any of the connectors on these. Just heat up from underneath and you'll be fine. There we are. That looks pretty good to me. Just give everything a test.
Touch each one of the pins, that way you'll know if it's all good. It's slightly off to the side, but it's so small that it's gonna be fine.
Good. That's absolutely fine. Let's bring this back into play. Pop that on there. I'm going to service this while I'm here, just because that should fix the overheating issues and stuff. 213 watching, and I was the 101st to upvote. Thank you, Vladimir. Appreciate you, mate. Yeah, thermal paste a bit dry. I'll replace it all as standard anyway with every job. If I've got to go inside the console, I'll replace the thermal paste. I don't care if it's been replaced 5 minutes before, I always do it, because at least then I can warranty knowing that it's had fresh thermal paste. Of course, this does have other issues, and the customer does only just want to pay for the connector replacement. So this will be like a flat £50 connector replacement fee for this. So that's what I charge for a Nexus connector replacement. It's just £50 flat fee. I realised I've just thrown thermal paste at Bobby, but never mind. Yeah, so I'll charge a flat £50 for a Nexus connector on these. And the only warranty it'll get from me is whether it turns on or off because of the Nexus connector, if that makes sense, because that's all he wants. He's not paying for anything else. He doesn't want any other repair doing. If this fixes the random shutting down and stuff, or shutting down during gameplay, then great. You know, it is what it is. He basically gets a repair done for free then, because yeah, I replace the thermal paste with every job regardless. Doesn't matter what it comes in for. Hey, Stephen, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, mate. There we are. Some fresh MX4. Warranty sticker. In a non-visible location.
He hasn't even tested it and put the warranty sticker on.
And moment tell truth though. Does it turn on?
There you go.
Of course it does.
While present, just subscribed on Twitch.
Thank you all present. I appreciate the support. Thank you. You would have used duct tape, saw it on a YouTube video. Haha. Yeah, so that turns on. I am going to give it a quick test and just see if it still crashes in games when you load a game up. So it said on the description on this that it crashes as soon as you load a game up. So let's have a look, shall we? Right, well that is not crashing on a game, is it? Ah. That's probably going to be another one of these SSD issues. Unfortunately, that is not a job what I can do because I have not been commissioned to do so. I've just been told replace that connector and call it job done. The issue with it shutting down can be up to them to sort out. It says that on the notes. So he does not want me to attempt to fix that. All he wants me to do is replace that connector and get it back up to a state that he received it in. So that's what we've done. Nexus connector replaced. The console does turn on. Job done. You've done what's been asked. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing more I can do with this immediately. I mean, I could investigate it. Obviously, I've got this one off to the side of me, which does the same. Not as quick, but it does the same thing with the SSD and whatnot. But yeah, I could investigate it, but he doesn't want me to. So yeah, I'll just call it good at that.
He's got a ton of very detailed videos going over a lot of the different circuits on basically every single console. A lot of Xbox, a lot of Switches, Xboxes, and PlayStations, going over different failures, how to diagnose them, using power supply, multimeter, all that good stuff. So definitely check him out. If there's a channel that you'd like to see featured in a future video, let me know. Of course, I love to read those comments and see who else is out there, because maybe there's a channel that I'm just overlooking that should be garnering more attention, but for some reason hasn't. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll see you in the next video.